we'll go into our first message for the show today. It says, "Dear Jess, I trust you're doing great. I'm a 22-year-old service personnel. Now, 4.5 years ago, my ex, now 25, has started dating, and I beg your pardon, started dating in high school. Now, it wasn't always that rosy, but we were together till 2020. For the 100th time, I suspected him of cheating, even though I never had evidence. Mind you, it's a long-distance relationship. He got angry this time around and actually called for a breakup. He later called me to apologize that he had actually been cheating on me and he feels bad about lying with the excuse that I like nagging too much and that is what pushed him to cheat. Fast forward to 5 months later. I decided to chat with him when I realized that he was always checking me out on social media. He was so happy than I've ever seen him to be. He started apologizing and said he was scared I'll ignore him if he called me, but he actually confirmed that he had been checking my social media handles every single day. Now, the issue is that he's more serious with me now than he was when we were together. Even though he told me he's in a relationship and that he just wants me to be his friend, he's asked me to tell him whenever I'm in need. Mind you, he's a service personnel as well because we were classmates. He sends me money, credits, buys me underwear and all that. Not minding who he's talking to, he'll hold it and talk to me for as long as I want to talk. Unlike those days, he now tells me every move he makes towards the future, where he goes, the plan he has for his mother, literally everything concerning him. He recently asked about my blood group, and I told him. Now, a few weeks back, he asked to see me, and I traveled to meet him. For real, he didn't even make any move to try to touch me, even though we did everything together. He spoilt me like never before, took me around and all. One thing that caught my attention was throughout my 3-day stay, he only spoke to his family members, even though one particular number kept calling, which I suspected was his girlfriend. He only told me he'll talk to her once I leave. Mind you, he calls me about 3 times a day, even on his busiest days, aside the text messages that we exchange. We're wrapping up. Now it says, I was using his phone to search for something on Google the other day because I was out of data. And on his search, I saw, is B+ man and O+ woman compatible for marriage? I'm O+. He's B+. I'm confused. Does he still love me? I'm not dating anyone yet, but I don't want to waste my time with him. This has been going on for 4 months now. He even asked to see me again next weekend, and I am confused. Rather long one, but yeah. Gil, since you have been away from us for so long,
see that coming
I'm pushing this right to you. Talk to me. I mean, what do you think is going on here, man?
Listening to her, I just got so tired. Like, on and on and on. What are you talking about? Like, what is this? Don't you care about yourself? Don't you love yourself? I mean, this guy just playing with you. And now the signs are in front of you. Like, the signs are there. You said you guess he has a girlfriend. You went over to his place. One particular number kept calling him. And he actually told you that, yeah, he will talk to the person when you leave. I mean, the signs are there. Obviously,
he has said that he has a girlfriend. He didn't lie about that.
So what's her problem? She's working with, like, she's doing a lot of guesswork. You know, even though the signs are there, she's trying to I don't know, try to imagine it to be something else than what is glaring at her in the face. I mean, if he's told you he has a girlfriend, but he's still treating you nice, maybe he just wants you to be his friend or something.
Which he said.
Yeah, so I don't get what she's confused about.
Well,
what's she confused about?
It's like he's being extra nice. When they were dating, he wasn't even that nice.
But now there's someone else in the picture. Sometimes some guys will tell you that when they're seeing someone else, it makes them see you better. A lot of guys have said that to me. If I'm with somebody else, it helps them to accommodate somebody else. That's what they say. Because maybe the things that they cannot get from you, they're getting it from the other person. So it makes them see you in a better light. Maybe where you lack, the things that you lack. Yes,
that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
The type of things that guys say just to keep you in the picture, you have no idea. They will tell you that I can tolerate you because I'm seeing somebody else. Because maybe that person is bringing things that you lack, and he's getting it here. So this is just a guy who's playing the field, and you are just, you know, you are just allowing him to just play with. I don't have much to say because it's like you're not on the same page. He has someone else in the picture. He's your ex. He's your ex. What? And like I always say, when it comes to relationships, it's supposed to be two people wanting the same things. Forget the fact that you guys have dated before. You broke up. He wasn't treating you nice. He found someone else. Suddenly he's treating you nice when there's someone else in the picture. So it should tell you that there's something, you know, something not right. You know, and so instead of you hanging around feeling so sorry for yourself and acting so desperate, why are you still near him? And he says, come over, and then you come over. And then he didn't touch you, so you're happy about that, and he says, come over again. Are you kids? If you want to be his friend, you see, that's why I say this, you always, the boundaries, and then the boundaries have to be drawn out, if I should say that, so that you know where you stand with the person. The person has told you there's somebody else in the picture. You are still thinking, expecting, yes. And the things he's saying, maybe he's saying things that you are placing yourself in there. He hasn't placed you in there. Yeah, you are. I even feel sorry for this lady. I'm sorry,
Charlie. All right.
Yeah, I mean,
Rosie,
it's just a waste of time. She's just wasting her time. That's it. Simple.
You guys were doing long distance from high school. And you see, sometimes long distance relationships are the easiest to pretend to sustain. Because with long distance, the person is not really in your face. Text messages, calls here and there. It's pretty easy to even lie about sustaining it if you really wanted to sustain it. Because at high school, really, it's not like you guys are going to get married in the next 1 month or 2 months. So it's very easy to sustain long distance relationships when you're actually in high school. But even then, you felt that edge that there was something not right. He was always cheating. You felt it so many times in the way he responded to you, the way he spoke to you, the way he carried himself, the way he was so shady about so many things. To the extent that he finally had to admit the 100th time that yes, I have been cheating on you. And instead of even having the dignity and respecting you enough to say, baby, I'm sorry, he decides to pin it on you. It's because you've been nagging.
Can you imagine?
You see, she's nagging because you've been cheating.
Obviously.
But then he, instead of saying that, look, I'm sorry I did this, I'm sorry I did that, he's now trying to pin it on you to make it look like you were the reason why he went out cheating. And like I said, no woman is the reason why a man goes out to cheat.
Absolutely.
A man goes out to cheat because he wants to cheat. Or he feels it's okay to cheat. Or he thinks he has a right to cheat. Or he thinks he's not answerable to the woman he's with, so he can go and cheat. It's only women sometimes who probably cheat because they're emotionally abused and they're lacking so much and they're actually trying to move away, and then they decide to, but most of the time when a man wants to cheat, it's because they actually want to cheat. It has nothing to do with you. Moving forward, now you are very lucky that the guy has told you that, I want you to be my friend. You see, somebody that you're not committed to, it's very easy to do a lot of things for the person. And when you've told somebody, like for instance, when you're doing understanding, and you tell somebody that me and you are doing understanding, and you know that there's no marriage in sight, there's no commitment, nothing, it's very easy to play the game because you know that at the end of the day, we are all just making ourselves happy and that's it. But when you are in a committed relationship, everything that you do carries weight. So you do something small, it shows deep love. You do something horrible, it translates into great pain. You take a false step, it's disappointment because that relationship is deeper than just friendship. Now, it's possible that he's having some medical or, for want of a better word, technical hitches with this new girlfriend.
Right.
And he's trying to find out. He remembers that this chick, when we were in high school, this chick would do almost anything for me. Would literally somersault and whatever.
Which she's still doing.
So
anyway.
let me just give it a shot. Now he gives it a shot, and you jump right into the trap. Now, he's invited you over. Him not touching you in 3 days or attempting not to touch you in 3 days is a decoy. It is actually a bigger trap because now you are comfortable that, I went to his place for 3 days. He didn't even want to touch me. All he did was to buy me this, was to buy me that, was to buy me this. You get comfortable. Next time you go there, you take a drink, he spiked it. Something has happened, you get pregnant, well, the baby is mine, we are compatible. Then he's gotten the baby out of you that he wants from you.
Yeah.
That's one leg of it. The other leg is that you should know that he is not attracted to you in any sense of the word. And maybe that's why when you went there for 3 days, he's not really, And you see, my dad once told me that when you have a plain sheet, and you look at it hard enough, if you want to see a Ghana map, you see it. Do you understand? If there's a plain sheet, and you look at it hard enough, and you want to see a Ghana map, you see it. So because you want to see that connection between you and the guy, you are looking for everything possible to convince you that you and this guy are in sync. Look, relationships at that age, Charlie, sometimes most of us, all of us, maybe except for Olivia, maybe, the relationships we had at that age, if you take us back there, we will not want to be in it.
True.
At that age when we thought that we're dying and we're dying and we're Charlie, when they were singing Westlife and things to us saying we're dying.
Were you in my past?
In fact, they used to write letters and I didn't know they were Westlife lyrics. Years down the line, I was showing the letters to someone and but these are Westlife lyrics. Actually, they finished toasting me. You understand? So all these people, Charlie, as time goes on, you realize that if you have to rewind the clock, you probably not even want to be with them. So my dear, take your time. Get somebody who loves and dotes over you, somebody who actually wants to be in your space, who is dying to be in your space. Who is showing it. Is not afraid to show it. And is not afraid to be himself. And when he messes up once a while, is bold enough to own it, apologize, mean it genuinely, and want to have a life with you. But this guy is keeping you at arm's length, trying to be nice to you. Charlie, how much does it cost to buy credits and units? Charlie, credits and units. Come on. Charlie, my dear, don't lie to yourself like this guy is. If he's checking out, then it's possible that maybe his girlfriend that he so loves. Look, why did he have to wait for his girlfriend to be out of town, not around
before reaching out
to you? Now he's held you out for 3 days.
And he's not picking her calls.
You think he can't make it up to her for that 3 days? Maybe he was very busy. He was out of town. He had to pay attention to this. The girl doesn't even know that you're in town. You were just somewhere to while away the time whilst his girlfriend was around. And he's been bold enough to tell you that his girlfriend was out of town.
That's the thing, he's told you.
Look, most likely when you are sleeping, he crawls out to go and talk to the girl.
We've been there before.
You've been
so
there.
My dear, all I'm saying is that, look, you see, we've moved on from where we are at the beck and call of the guys, for where we are just at the sympathy of the men. You need to own your own relationship. You need to own it. Whether you want to be with a guy, you don't want to be with a guy, whether the treatment you are receiving is something that is worth the kind of person that you, I don't know, just give me the words.
No, Chala,
you know what I'm trying to say?
No,
so you should be able to make your own decision. Whether I like this, I want this, or I don't want it. But clearly, long and short, I've spoken for a long time, you're wasting your time. I think that you should build yourself. If you're still in school, concentrate on your studies. If you're doing your national service, figure out how to get into this world. Because, Charlie, job market's no be easy.
No be easy like
job
that.
No day, money no day. Eyes clear, wicked mode is activated everywhere. So, concentrate on how to build your life so that you can attract a man who is worthy of you, who will not come and buy you credits and you think that the man is doing something for you.
Charlie.
Yeah, that's all I have to say.
O positive and B positive.
Be positive.
Livy, let me hear you, man. Let me hear you.
Sweetheart, you know what? Call a spade a spade. If this guy woke up one morning and he decided, oh, okay, based on what you saw, which was the A and the O thing, which to me, honestly, shouldn't be a reason why you should be confused. Mind you, his girlfriend, you don't even know her blood type. She could be the O as far as we're concerned. It could be anybody. It could be 1,000,001 women out there who happen to be O positive just as you are. So, sweetheart, there's no reason to be confused about that. But going back to what I was saying, if for some strange reason this guy wakes up tomorrow morning and he thinks that, oh, you are the one he's choosing, you do know that he's going to cheat on you, right? You do know that he's not going to be faithful to you. He has the nerve, he has the audacity, right, to cheat on you, huh? You suspected, you confronted him, he denied 101 times, and then finally, he decides to tell you that, oh, because you were nagging, so he decided to cheat on you. Like, this guy doesn't deserve your love, and I don't even know why you're still hanging around. You know what? You're a good person. You have a beautiful heart, but you're not loving the right person, or the person you're loving does not deserve your love. You need to wake up, you need to smell the roses. This guy had the effrontery to disrespect the girl he's in a relationship with today. Okay, the same things he did to you is the same thing he's doing to this girl. This guy needs help. He needs psychological help. He needs help. He's a chronic cheat. You can't change him overnight. You're not going to trust him even after you guys get married. He's never going to change. He doesn't respect women. He doesn't respect you, and he doesn't have any intentions of even changing. And as far as I'm concerned, he's probably using you to probably get one last shag out of you before he gets married. And you're being swept off your feet, and you think, oh, because he's bought you credit, he's buying new panties or whatever it is that he is buying you. You're excited about it. Sweetheart, there's nothing to be excited. If I were you, I wouldn't even be collecting those things. Technically, he's told you that he's in a relationship. What are you even doing with him for 3 days? 3 days. Okay, let me not put an adjective on the 3 days. But this guy is entertaining you, and he's disrespecting the girl who keeps calling him, and he's giving a bluff, and he's telling you that, oh, it's not important. He's talking to family members, giving you all sorts of impressions. My dear, when somebody loves you, they show it. And most importantly as well, they show it to the people around you or around them. Okay, it's like you're going out on a date with somebody that you're just about to know. Okay, the waiter comes in, and the first thing the person that you're going on a date with is very rude to the waiter or the waitress, and then it's just like literally shouting at them, disrespecting them. Clearly, you can tell that person has no respect for other people. Clearly, that's a red flag. Okay, this guy has cheated on you. I don't know how else or what else you want him to do for you to be convinced that he's not the kind of person you should be spending the rest of your life with. If you marry him today, he's going to cheat. Tomorrow, once a cheat, always a cheat, and he's not shy to even tell you that he's cheating on his current girlfriend with you emotionally. Okay, the fact that he's entertaining you while he's in a relationship, for me, is a big no, and I don't even know why you're entertaining that. My sisters have said it. I'm not going to talk too much. I'm not going to blab, even though I love to do that. But call a spade a spade. There's no way this guy is going to love you today. There's no way he's going to love you tomorrow. It's a complete waste of time. Okay? Your heart is beautiful. Take it. Maybe you don't know that is not how love is supposed to be. Take it and find somebody who will love you for you and say, hey, this is Adra Mansa. She's the one I've chosen to love. I am not going to include any other person besides her. She is of utmost priority to me, and I will treat her right. And you know what? How you position yourself in a relationship is very important. Maybe you don't know that. Okay? You don't know that. Don't allow yourself to be a garbage, a bin for everybody to just come and dump their trash on you, and you sit down and you'll accept it. No, yes is yes and no is no. Good is good and bad is bad. There's no in between. It's different if he cheated on you once and he apologized to you and said, oh, I slipped out once. I don't know what happened. Yada, 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 yada. I'm so sorry. And even then, you decide whether you want to go with that person or not based on trust. Okay, the fact that he's giving you attention, sweetheart, he just wants to give you one last shag, okay? And he's going to leave you on that bed after that shag, leave you feeling like trash, and your heart is even going to be even 100 times worse than it already is. You don't want to be in that relationship. Get out of it. If it means that you have to go on your knees and pray to be, I don't know, delivered from this love that isn't love from this guy, you might as well do that. But that's not a relationship you should be in. Once he can cheat, he will cheat on you tomorrow, and your heart will be broken 101 times. Get out of there.
Right.
To make it easier, block him. Don't unfriend him on social media pages. Don't be texting him. Don't be reaching out to him. This is not a relationship you want to be in. Disconnect from the guy and go have your life. Allow him to marry or do whatever it is that he has to do and have your life. See that, right?
Yeah. Okay. This guy actually sounds like bad news, you know. One thing that's very clear to me is he's very indecisive, you know, and I feel like he wants to have his cake and eat it. You know, it doesn't work that way, you know. And I think like you're getting ahead of yourself because you genuinely also love him. You know, things just went haywire because he cheated and that kind of thing in the past. You're imagining things. You know, if he loves you, he'll tell you. If he wants you, he'll say, be my girlfriend. He's not going to say, can I live in my house for 3 days? Well, what are you doing in his house for 3 days? Like, really, what are you doing? Like you said, he didn't even touch you. So, I mean, like, what are you doing? Right? And mind you, his girlfriend called. He didn't answer. For 3 days. If he's still doing that today, what do you think will happen when you guys start dating? He can do it to you. You're no different. You're just another girl to him as well. So that's something for you to ponder on. Let me bring in a couple of our messages that are hitting the show tonight. Ifya says, babe, this matter, it could be that he just realized your worth or his blood and that of his girlfriends aren't compatible. So he wants to replace her with you. Okay. Mansford says, I'm laughing like a killer. Clearly, you still like him. A double-minded, indecisive man is unstable in all his ways. You need to push him to take a stand, else your heart will be toyed with yet again.
Sure.
The other lady he's with is hurting, and I'm sure you're not happy about that. Akosia says, put yourself in his girlfriend's shoes. Ignored her calls for 3 whole days just for you. He'll do worse to you this time. Junior says, my dear, leaving your boyfriend because he's cheating is like rain. It falls on everyone's farm. Sit down with him, ask him his plans about you. From there, you can decide your future. Moving from one man to the other will not help. So the person says. Ebo says, you are at the Efutron Sakra Nipa, just in social stage. Okay. He tried my cheat today. At this stage, advice won't do you. Foco. I like the way you write.
It be true.
Hi. Says, you've actually made up your mind about him. You don't want advice. Loki, you only want us to tell you your decision. Mame says, as soon as you start loving him like you did, he will hurt you again. Go where you're effortlessly loved. He's only good for friendship. Even that scratch.
I wouldn't be his friend.
Yeah. Ellen says, that is a tactic to get you to soften up. He's doing the same thing he did to you to his current girlfriend, and you're enjoying it. When one thing leads to another, then you will see his true character. Mamle says, sons of Adam are at it again. It will end in tears. Again. He's doing everything possible to impress you and win you over. Again. Janet says, have you ever slept with him? If yes, then be ready for a second, but most painful heartbreak. If no, then my sister, value and respect your dignity as a woman, because Charlie, the moment he gets your back down or puts your back down, you will be a ghost. Pardon me if I'm sounding harsh, but the truth must be told. And finally, Hadassah says, ha ha ha. So till now, women haven't realized the things men do for us to fall for them and later treat us like trash. My sister, I can see you're falling for him again. That's why you're confused in the first place. If you ever think of going back to him again, let him know you are a changed person and not the cool girl that he hurt. Be smart and ask him who and what he really wants. Nonsense. When they go and things don't work, then they want to come back. That's written. That's written. I'm not even making this up. Yeah, that's right. All right, well, it's Sister on Citi TV. Citi FM, we're live across Sub-Saharan Africa on DSTV channel 363. We'll be right back.